right. And then let's see. This is the one right here. This is the course here. Get paid to sell your good credit, right? Get paid to sell your good credit. Let me see if I can log in. Let me log in here real quick. And just so that you can see what's inside of the course. So right inside of the course is I talk about getting paid with trade lines, how to get paid selling your good credit. So I go through that process. I go through the frequently asked questions about trade lines. There's a file that you can download there. I have answers to becoming an authorized user and also the trade line vendor list. So you can have access to the vendor list for the trade lines. And then I also included a do-it-yourself credit repair workshop. So if you're going to get paid for your credit and you have poor credit, then maybe you want to go fix your credit first. So I've got a do-it-yourself credit repair workshop that's here. I've got the 7-day email course, how to build a 7-day email course. I talk about how to create the email course. So we got videos on how to create the email course, how to get the letters and campaigns inside of Traffic Wave. Then I included a video that I did that talked about you being the opportunity. You are the opportunity. I shared with you guys, I had someone that came on, Mr. Larry Beecham, many months ago, and he talked about the print money formula. I gave that away as well. I even included a fireside chat that I had between myself and Mr. Beecham, who is the creator of the print money formula. Just a very sharp guy. Just those videos alone were just awesome. And then I have the Teach Your Child Credit. And so there are all of these credit lessons that you can teach your children. Lesson 7, Teach Your Child Credit. You got the teacher's guide, the student's guide. You got the teacher's slide presentation, the teacher's PowerPoint presentation on teaching credit. And then we've got the personal finance for your children. So we've got financial literacy courses, financial literacy for children, for kids, financial literacy for high school students, and financial literacy for college students. So these are all courses. They're broken up based on the age of your child. And then practical money skills from pre-K to grades 2, grades 3 and 6. I mean, all of these are great resources if you want to teach your children financial education. And so this particular course right now, as you can see on my website, this course is $99. And this has been just like one of my better courses that this went really well. I mean, I sold a lot of these courses. And so when I talk about creating income from home, this is one of those things that has done very well for me, right? It's done very well for me. Let me see if I can back up and just go back to my courses here. So you'll see I've been creating different courses. So these courses are courses that are constantly generating revenue for me. You create them one time, and then they start creating revenue for you on an ongoing basis. But tonight, what I want to do is I want to talk to a young lady who purchased the Get Paid to Sell Good Credit, and she recently told me about some of the success that she was having. And so I want to bring her to the front of the stage and have her give her testimony. This is Miss Rashida Roberts. Ms. Roberts, if you will unmute yourself, I don't know if you got the camera on or not, but I definitely, there we go. That's Miss Roberts right there, everybody. And so, Ms. Roberts, I got a couple of questions for you. I want to, you sent me a text message and you told me about the success that you were having with selling your good credit. So you bought the course, and then you started implementing what was in the course. And you told me that you added 3 credit cards with trade line vendors. every 2 months, $460 by adding 2 users to each card. And in 1 year, if that continued for 1 year, you make about $2,500. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's actually 470. So I missed those $10, but hey, every bit counts when you're making passive income, right?
That's correct. That's correct. So tell me this. How long did it take you to go through the course to kind of learn everything that you needed to know?
It was quick. It was actually, I did it in little sections because I like to fact check and go look up stuff. But I would say less than a week.
Okay. So in less than a week, you got the information, and did it give you the courage to say, okay, I can do this? What was the thing that, because a lot of people bought the course. You're one of the first people, you're the only person that bought the course that has reached back to me and told me, yes, everything works. This is what's going on. So what was it that made you take that next step?
I think I have gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, I have got to make some passive income. And, I've been trying to build my business for about 2 years. And that's just something that I want my coaching clients to do I want to be able to show them to make passive income. And then also at first I was a little afraid because I was like, oh my gosh, I might lose my credit card. But at the same time, I teach, don't be relying on your credit cards, right? But I'm just to that point where I was like, I have to make more. Stuff is going crazy in America, and I want to get my cash flow up as high as possible. And I can't do that with the hours that I currently work at my job. So I need for my money to be working for me. I need for my credit to be working for me. I need everything outside of my labor to be working for me. And so, and then that speech with Mr. Beecham, that was fire. Like, it was so good. And I know one of my colleagues that I invited on, she's here today as well. She preaches the same thing, using the gifts inside you, but it's just good to just hear that over and over and over again, because we're so afraid. I was a little afraid to do it because they were like, okay, it could shut down your credit card. But I'm like, hey, if you do that, that's okay. I got more. I have more. So I'm good.
Right. So, I'm glad that you said that, because we are always thinking in lack, but we have to change our mindset to think about abundance. And I know for me, what I've started to do, and I know that you guys are following me, that I'm adding new credit cards to my arsenal every, couple of months now because of this strategy. I'm building up to get more credit cards so that I don't have to worry about losing a credit card, because those credit cards, that's the sole purpose of those credit cards. I'm gonna have some credit cards that's just for me, right? But I'll have another arsenal of credit cards that's just for this particular strategy. Did you find anything that was difficult?
No, everything was easy process. I actually went through the entire list, contacted every single vendor. And I actually had a vendor that was a little bit higher. They would have given me a little bit more, but I look at communication as well, who's going to be respond and actually answer my questions. And so they were quick with response, and customers, because customer service is big when you're working with others. And then I also became an affiliate. I went through their whole application process to become affiliate as well. And I plugged that into the email marketing thing, that the course that you have. So I haven't been able to work that as much, but I want to get that rolling as well. So, and then I see Dawn here as well. I told her about the program, so I don't know why she's here, but hey.
Yeah. Dawn's been a speaker on our call before. So great. So how long have you had these 3 credit cards that you now are going to be using? Have you had those in the past? What's the status of the 3 credit cards that you currently have set up?
I probably have had them some like 2016, maybe one 2012. So I've had them for a very long time. And now I'm just, how can I get some more?
Right. So the cards are at least 6 to 8 years old. You've had good credit history on all of those cards, I'm assuming, right? In order for this to work. What type of questions did you get when you started talking to the vendors? Because I know that they got to qualify you to make sure that your cars are the type of cars they can use.
Well, mostly it was the age of your account. So I actually, before I even contacted them, I actually went through all my credit cards, wrote them down because I was like, okay, how much money can I make? I think it was actually here in your class the first time. I just wrote down in my journal to see, what I already had. I was like, okay, this is about how much money that I can make with this. But they asked about, how old were they? What was the credit line? If I had any lates on them. What else? And then they look at the type of card it is, because some cards, there are different risks associated. And then some vendors don't deal with certain cards like American Express and things like that. So, and then they gave you a limit on how many users that you would be able to put on the card, and then how much the max that you should be spending on that card. Some were 10%, some were 15%. So I went with the one that was a higher one, because some of those I do just kind of use frequently, but right. I pay them off like daily, weekly. So.
Right. So we're back into that whole lesson plan. When I tell people to pay off your cards every week instead of waiting till the end of the month, that's to keep your credit utilization low. And to your point, Ms. Roberts, currently some of those cards you're probably using personally as well. And so the reason why I'm building out new credit cards is because I want to be able to have credit cards that I don't even use at all, that I don't have to, worry about, my credit utilization on it, because I'm not using those credit cards right. at all. So that's pretty cool. And I love the fact that you talked about, they asked you about the type of credit cards, because that was one of my questions I was going to ask, because I know that with American Express, you don't get the length of credit history. So for those of you who don't know, if you add someone to your American Express card, their credit history will start at the time that they become an authorized user, not from the beginning of when you had the credit card. So American Express is not really a great credit card to put somebody on as an authorized user if they're looking for credit history. Now, if they're looking for credit utilization, you might be able to put them on American Express, especially if you have like $20,000, $30,000 credit limit on American Express, and they need that credit utilization to be dropped. That might be something that they, need. But for the most part, American Express is not really a great credit card for authorized users. And that's the reason being. All right. What kind of, if you don't mind me asking, this might be a little personal, and you don't have to answer this. What kind of limit do you have on your credit cards? I mean, is it a $5,000 credit card, a $10,000 credit card? What kind of limit range are we looking at?
So one of my longest ones has the lowest balance, which is about $2,600. And then it actually makes me more money than some of the higher ones. My highest one is 9,000. Well, the highest one that I'm using with them is 9,000. And then the other one is about 7,200. Yeah, so it's $7,200. So I do have a bigger one that I can't wait. I'm paying off. And so next year I'll either use that for that purpose, or I might use it for the line of credit to kind of pay down my house mortgage quicker. So
got it. So you're telling me that you've got a card that has like a $2,500 credit limit on it, and it's paying you more than some of the other cards that you have?
Yep.
Wow.
It is.
Listen, wow, that's pretty amazing. I mean, $2,500. I mean, and when you look at things in totality, $2,500 isn't a whole lot of money. But if $2,500, so you must have had that card a very long time, or there must be something else that is giving you that kind of rate that you're getting back.
Yes. And then they contract you with the rate, so you'll know what you're going to get for each card beforehand that you set the contract.
Good stuff. And so you talked about having a contract. So there's a contract between you and the vendor. Is there anything special on the contract that you want to highlight or kind of give people a heads up on?
Let's see. I did have a few questions that I asked them once I got the contract. It was mainly about, the users, the number of users to put on there, because, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to use them, but I'm also going to use another company. And so you have to abide by the rules that they only want 2 people, on the card. And that's so that they can lessen the risk of your card getting taken off. Discover, actually, when you actually put the authorized user on Discover, it actually says if we think that you're just utilizing this, that the consumer won't get the credit card, that we can, cut your credit card. So I read the contract, because a lot of people won't read it. We just look at the money. And so I just wanted to make sure that I would be in compliance, and that, I would secure the bag no matter what. So that was pretty much, the biggest thing that I was looking at, was the amount that we could spend, and then the number of users. So now that I was like, well, I can't use it with others. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I still have other cards that I can utilize, and I will just use those for a different company.
Right. And that goes back to the whole reason that, we want to apply for these credit cards and get a large number of credit cards. I go on YouTube, and, believe it or not, I've seen people with 30 credit cards, right? That they've accumulated over time, of course. And so if you're smart about it, now, if you've got a large number of credit cards, and even if they're only allowing 2 users per card, let's say you got 10 credit cards, that's 20 users that you can have on those credit cards at any particular given moment. That can definitely increase the amount of money that you're making on a yearly basis, a quarterly basis, and all of those types of things. And it's very interesting that you say that about Discover card. If they discover that you're using the card for authorized user, they could close that account down. And those are some of the quote unquote risks that we take. But remember, these are just credit cards. They're credit cards, right? It's not your bank account that's being closed down or anything else like that. These are just credit cards and the opportunity to make some big money. So let's talk about this. What brand cards do you have? Because, we talked about American Express, you talked about Discover. What type of brand cards did you have to be able to do this?
Let's see. Well, I have one through Bank of America. I have one through Capital One. So that's a MasterCard. Discover is directly with Discover. The American Express is actually with Bank of America, which they're actually going to be discontinuing their partnership in a couple of months. So I have to, juggle some stuff. But I have a Visa with JCPenney. And then, so I have different ones, most of them Visa or MasterCard that I have with different banks.
Okay. All right. Great. And how many credit vendors are you connected with? I know you only have a few cards. Did you connect with just one vendor, or were there multiple vendors that you connected with?
I did connect with several of them, but right now I'm only with the Tradeline, and then so I'm going to go back to some of them for some of the other cards that I have, and then I'm actually going to be calling some of my credit card companies to see if they will increase my limit, because that will actually put me in line, because I have one that's like pretty old. And but my limit is so low, because there was a time my mortgage company was, not doing what they were supposed to do. And so I had to fight them over a year. And that's when all the cards they started going lower. Right. So, but yeah.
All right. Well, good. And so what was the thing that you learned that was not in the course? Because, experience is always going to teach you something that's not necessarily in the course. What was the thing that you could say that you did not learn in the course, but you learned through just taking action?
Just the risks. Well, I mean, I know you had a couple of risks in there, but it becomes apparent when you have to sign the contract. So those risks there, and just I don't know. And then the action, I guess once you take action, it's like, oh my gosh, this is really happening, right? So that part was that, oh, he's telling the truth. It's actually, you can actually get paid. And what even is better is that the fact that the course was so low, that you had it so low, that I'm just about to make over 400%, like way far over 400% return of my money with just the first time that, once my pending transactions go through. So it's amazing. And that's why I love your courses, because I like being in the classroom and you go step by step, you're very thorough, and you can just follow along and just do it. And a lot of people they're making people feel good. We're getting emotional stimulus, but I just really want the stimulus so I can pursue my passion and help other people as well. So I love this. So I started telling people immediately.
Well, good. I mean, that's the whole point of the course, is to get you through the process. I'm not a motivator. I'm not an inspirational type guy, but I am a step-by-step, thorough type of guy that's going to tell you how to get from point A to point Z. And I'm glad that the course actually gave you that opportunity to do that. So I was going to ask you, was the price of the course worth the value you received? But you already answered that as well, because you're right. For the price of the course and what you have made, or what you're going to make on the first go round, that's going to take care of the course four times over, 10 times over, whatever, right? And so that's pretty cool. Let me ask you this question. So when they pay you, do you know what they're charging the person who is actually paying for the authorized user? So for example, I saw in some cases on a website where they're charging, $600, $650 to the user. And I know that as the person supplying the authorized user card, I'm not getting that full $650, because I know that the vendor is getting a portion of that. Do you know what that split is between you and the vendor?
I don't have the actual numbers for the people that I add, but they do. You can go on their website to look at, the trade lines that they have open, and you can see what they're charging people. So, but at the same time, they're taking certain risks. They're taking a certain risk that I don't have to bear when it comes to credit repair, because you can't really take money up front.
Right.
And so, which is, the kind of, especially when you're individual, you just don't want to take that risk. And I know people who have claimed that they have gotten sued, especially if you live in Georgia, for taking money up front for credit, anything that relates to credit repair.
Right. So one of the things that I cover in my course is I talk about, selling authorized users. There's nothing illegal about that. However, the way that you sell an authorized user, you can find yourself in an illegal status. And like Ms. Roberts said, one of the things that when you look at selling authorized user, that is called a credit repair process. That's something that you would do for credit repair. And so there is a credit repair act, and you got to follow the rules under the Credit Repair Act. And because selling authorized users is considered part of credit repair, one of the things that you cannot do in many states, like Georgia, is you cannot accept payment prior to the activity being done. So what a lot of these companies do, they have escrow accounts. And so the individual pays, but the money goes into escrow. Then Ms. Roberts would put the person on as an authorized user. A week or 2, 3 weeks, they run the credit report. It shows up on their credit report. Now the activity has happened. They remove the money from escrow and everybody is paid. Ms. Roberts, are you paid up front, or do you have to wait till that escrow happens as well?
Pay up front for?
Like when they send someone to you to add the authorized user, do you get paid immediately, or do you have to wait on that payment?
Oh, so you have to wait on your payment, because they want to make sure that, one, you added the person, and then 2, it has to show up. Oh, so that's another thing that you have to read in the contract, is the fact that if it does not show up on the credit report, you may risk not getting paid. So you want to make sure, and most of my credit cards, they all say that they report to the 3 credit bureaus. So that shouldn't be a problem. So that is one thing that you have to be aware of, is that if they don't report, you could possibly not get paid for that cycle.
Okay, good stuff. Last question. Would you recommend the course to other people?
Yes, I would recommend the course, and I will also recommend that you raise the price so I can be an affiliate.
Well, you know what? I'm going to do that tonight. Tonight, I'm actually going to make an affiliate. I'm going to make it an affiliate product so that, you know, you can sell the course and make some affiliate commissions on that course. That's a great idea. And I can do that tonight. I can make that happen tonight. So are there any last minute things that you'd like to share with the audience here tonight to just kind of let them know, you know, what to expect from this activity?
Just be diligent, go through the course, make sure you follow up with each of the vendors when they get back with you, and just see who you have the best rapport with. Because I mean, you can look at the money, but at the end of the day, if business is not good with, you know, that company and the customer service isn't there, you know, I just don't want to just look at the money. I need to look at customer service. And then you might, I didn't negotiate, but you know, that's a tip that we all should do. Maybe you can negotiate your rate to see if they can offer you something better. So don't be afraid to do that process. That was something that I didn't do, but I know that's something that, you know, wealthy mindset, they're always into negotiation. So
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Ms. Roberts, for coming on. You know, you have given us a wealth of information. I thank you for being a person that executed. And that's what I'm gonna end tonight's call up with, is taking action. Some people miss out because they consume the information, but they never execute. And I think last week or the week before last, I told you that the word that was given to me was execute. Many of you are missing the ball, not because you don't have the information. You have the information, but you're not executing on the information. Ms. Roberts just took a leap of faith. She stepped out, she did the research, she took the class, and then she just started making phone calls. And one thing led to another, and now she's in a situation where she's adding passive income to her household for literally doing maybe 5 minutes of work. If you know how long it takes to add someone as an authorized user, it's like that, right? For her to be able to generate that kind of cash flow on an ongoing basis, that's pretty amazing to me. Every 2 months. So one more question. So I guess they have a 60-day contract, not a 90-day contract. Is that correct?
Yes, it's 60 days, and they will add the users at the beginning of the month so that it will report on the next cycle. So I can't wait. And I heard your call, which is why I made sure I took action. And that's why I also made sure I let you know results, because when I get with my clients, I want them to do the same, you know, because a lot of times we take stuff, we run with it, we actually have good results, and then we never report back. And so I wanted to make sure that I did do my due diligence, because your work is very thorough, and I'm a very detailed person, which kind of slows me down sometimes, and I don't take action. And so this time I wanted to just step up and take action and just do the things that I said I wanted. I said I wanted more passive income, and you were giving me a gift to actually go out and do that. So I wanted to make sure that I did it and get all what God has coming for me.
All right.
That I can bless others too, you know?
That's right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So thank you so much for being someone that has executed on the process. Now, many of you are probably saying, well, how do I get the course? You know, where is the course? If you'll just, I'm gonna type the link in here. If you'll go to, let's see, I'm gonna type it in here. I think it's this right here. JuneCollier.podia.com. So for those of you that have not actually taken the course or purchased the course and you're interested in purchasing the course, there the link is. I'm actually going to make it an affiliate product here tonight sometime. So those of you that are already members of the course, I'm going to send you an email. Those of you that already purchased the course, I'll send you an email and I'll show you how to become an affiliate so that you can actually make some affiliate commission on the course. It is that good. And you just heard from Ms. Roberts. She is someone that applied and went all the way through, took action, and now she has residual income that's coming from just 3 credit cards that are not credit cards that have huge credit limits on them. Small credit limits, $2,500, $7,500. These are small credit limits. So this can work for anybody. And if you've got great credit, if you've got some credit cards that have great credit history on it and you haven't done anything with it, it's like you're leaving money on the table. You're leaving money on the table. And if you're anything like Ms. Roberts and myself, once you figure out how this thing works, now you're saying, okay, how do I go out and apply for more credit cards? So Ms. Roberts is probably doing the same thing that I'm doing. I'm applying for more credit cards. I'm not doing it like a whole bunch of them at one time, but I am methodically applying for more credit cards to build up so that those credit cards start getting credit history. You guys know I just got a credit card with Navy Federal with $25,000 credit limit on it. So I can start building up those credit cards that I can use as an authorized user. So those are just key things. Those are key things that you want to make sure that you take advantage of. And so if there are questions out there, you can raise your hand. I see Miss Kim Latimer has her hand raised. I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask questions. Kim, go ahead.
Hi, June. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so I don't have a question, but I kind of do have a testimony. And it's in reference to the get paid to sell your credit.
Yes.
And I have to be totally transparent and honest that I had no idea that you can sell your credit. As much as I know, I'm like, how did I not know that? So that class was such a blessing to me. So I'm just going to tell you just a few things in the class, just a few things that has come out of that class that has been a blessing for me and my daughter. And for those that don't know, I'm getting ready to take my daughter to Howard this weekend, and it's going to be move-in day for her this Saturday. So we're actually here at the beach, and you need to go take a vacation, June. That's all I can tell you. Take a vacation, de-stress.
Right.
So of that, I want to say that my 18-year-old daughter, I was able to get her basically I add her as authorized user for $80,000. And then 2 months later, we applied for her own credit card. She has 2 of her own credit cards, $4,000 each. So now as an 18-year-old, she has $88,000 line of credit, right? So that's not only the best thing that's out of that. What I listened to everything that you said in that course, and we are on the path of building a credit card every 6 months to add to her inventory. So we already have a plan to do like you and your son is basically once she hits that 2-year mark, she's going to start selling her credit to who? Other college students. So many college students that she's about to hit Howard's campus that needs lines of credit. So we're building her credit. So also another thing I was able to do, I was able to add to my inventory of credit cards. And I don't know if you remember that night that you talked about Navy Federal, and I applied instantly, $25,000 credit card that night. Another thing that has happened, basically we signed up for the affiliate program, and I just been kind of sending out a little small clip to family and friends and asking them to send out that where you basically, I guess you get $1, like I think it was $1 for all 3 credit unions. So I've been sending that along with my econ sign up page, basically the $99.95 course. After they get the free credit scores and the reports, then you have to sign up and fix your own do-it-yourself credit repair system. So we've been generating $70 off of every last one of those that we've been sending out. And I've asked all my family and friends to send it to 10 of their friends and ask them to keep sending it to 10 of their friends. So we've been making that money that way. But what's been amazing is I've been able to watch my credit score go up to an 832. So I've been able to leverage that. And as I'm speaking to people, I'm asking them, do they want to be a part of the 800 club? Because I'm not just talking about just regular credit. I'm saying, hey, do you want to be a part of the 800 club? Let me show you how. Matter of fact, I've been asked to be a guest speaker hours before move-in date this Saturday at my daughter's at the university. I've been asked to be a guest speaker at the at a home buyers with a realtor. What I decided to do was team up with realtors, because everyone they'll do whatever it takes to get their credit scores increased. So I've been leveraging my length of years of me having credit cards. Because remember, I had no idea I could sell this credit. I was sitting on a gold mine, didn't even know. So I've been selling, just like I have like 18, 20 some years worth of line of credit, because that's what people missing. They make a lot of good money. I'm in the DMV area and people make good money, but they have 2 years of credit and I also learned what you mentioned, something that was so important. If the people have, like, they may have a house or they may have a car, that's installation credit. They don't have revolving credit. I've been able to sell thousands of dollars of just leveraging my credit card. So I just want to say, and that's just a few things. I can go on and on. The last 2 months have been just mind-boggling for me. It's been such a blessing. And oh my God, I just can't thank you enough. I want to sign up for every single one of your classes. And it's just been a blessing. So I just wanted to give that little quick testimony. I can go on and on about this, the get paid to sell your credit. Oh my gosh. And I'm working on my ebook too. So there's a couple other things I'm working on too. So I just want to say thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I appreciate when I get these types of testimonies, because they let me know that you guys are taking heed. Because, one of the things, when you find a true teacher, and that's me, the gift that I have is teaching. The thing that motivates a true teacher is when you take what that teacher teaches and you actually use it, and the teacher sees it working in your life. That's the best form of payment that you can receive. And so thank you so much for that. Somebody's talking about what's the $1 course. It's not a course. It's so in the credit repair course that I teach you how to create a credit repair course, an email course. In that credit repair email course, we have all of these different vendors that you can sign up as an affiliate. And if you guys remember, Identity IQ is one of those vendors that is back there. And so when you get set up as an affiliate with Identity IQ, as an affiliate, you can actually give away or sell a $1. You can have people get their credit report for $1, right? So they spend $1 to get their credit report. I think it's for 7 days. They get access to their credit report. And then after 7 days, then Identity IQ charges them, $30 or $40 a month to maintain that. Well, when that happens, they get in for $1 when that happens, and then they actually get the full package, the $45 a month package. Then you receive commission on that. And I think it's like $70, right? So it's a huge commission. So again, if you have the course, and you should have the course, the course that I gave you, if you have the course and you have not taken advantage of that, that's why you don't know about the money, right? Listen, guys, I'm telling you, the stuff that I'm giving you is gold. And I don't say that because it's me. I am giving you gold out here. And so let me go back to that course. I think it's in here. Let me see if it's in here. Oh, that one is for the email course, and that's still under the getting paid to sell your good credit. So all of that is in this course, all of that. So what Ms. Latimer was talking about, let me see, let me log into that. Let me just log into that real quick so you guys can see that. Let's log into that, what I'm talking about. This is the course, the Get Paid to Sell Your Good Credit course. So you heard two testimonies tonight. You heard the testimony from getting paid on the trade lines, but what Ms. Latimer was talking about was the 7-day credit email course, right? So I talk about the 7-day credit email course on how to create a credit email course here. Let's view that course real quick. And I actually have you go through the course itself so that you know what it's going to look like. So this is the course itself, so you know what it's going to look like. And then if you want to create the course yourself, I have it here, how to create an email course, right? So I go through and I show you how to create this email course. And then one of the last things that we have here is your affiliate links and email templates. So if you click on view, that's going to show you all of the templates and everything. Let's click on the resource here. So these are all the templates, but here's the affiliate program. So if you open up this credit repair affiliate program, this is going to show you all of the affiliate programs that I have you sign up for. Identity IQ is the one that Ms. Latimer is talking about. Now, I have you sign up here with this because I actually have a relationship with a Identity IQ representative. So you guys, if you sign up with this particular link, you'll get the same representative that I have. He's a great guy. I mean, he just follows up and he stays in contact with you to make sure that, you know, everything that you need is there. But listen, this program, this, again, if you're sleeping on it, you're just sleeping on it. This program that I created on how to create a credit repair course, there's probably, if you create a credit repair course and somebody goes through everything and they complete everything, you're probably going to make somewhere around $150 to $200 selling them this do-it-yourself credit repair course. It's a 7-day email course. That's how much money is involved in the affiliate links. But people are sleeping on it. They don't take action. They don't execute. So when you execute, you start seeing the money happen. That's why I do these classes and I'm like, listen, don't just come here and listen, execute. When you execute, the money is in the execution. So Ms. Latimer is telling her people, her family members, hey, look, go get your credit report. It's only $1. Go pull your credit report. Well, if you're going to fix your credit, you need to keep that credit report for probably 90 to 120 days to see the improvement of your credit score. In that time, you get them to buy the credit report for $1. The $1 credit report is good for 7 days. They get to pull their credit. They get to go to Dispute B and run all that stuff. But they're going to keep that. They're going to keep that for a couple of months so they can see how their credit improves. And when they keep it past that 7 days, boom, you're going to make $70. So is it worth $100 to get the course? Absolutely. There are so many ways to make money in that course that I gave away. That course is fire. It is fire. There's so many different ways to make money in that course. So anyway, let's see if there's any questions, and then I'm gonna let you guys go because I know you guys are ready. It's Sunday night. You guys are ready, right, to go. Yep, self-lender can be hard sometimes. Self-lender can be yeah. All right. So I think I got all of the questions answered. I don't see anybody else that has a question. Kim, if you, I don't know if you had something else you wanted to say.
Yes, I'm sorry. One more thing.
Go ahead.
And I just can't talk enough about this class. I'm sorry. Because I didn't even talk about the trade lines and how many thousands and thousands of dollars I've made Just by leveraging being as an authorized user at, adding other people to credit cards, literally thousands and thousands of them. Matter of fact, I funded my daughter's entire graduation party that was about $4,000 just for a graduation party, with lines of credit. I was also able to, send her to Beach Week in Ocean City for a week. And not including that, I was able just the other day, so another $2,000 of line of credit just for because this husband and wife couple was getting ready to do a commercial commercial property investment. People are looking for what we have, and I didn't even think about all the other money that I'm making with the email course. But I just want to encourage people, if they have not gotten that get paid to sell your credit course, that alone, oh my God, June, I think you might need to increase that price. I mean, I would pay for it over and over again. And I'm not saying don't increase because I know people haven't bought it yet, but I'm telling people, you could be selling that thing for thousands of dollars because it's made me thousands of dollars in like 2 months. So it's just been such a blessing, and I can't speak enough about it. But yeah, lines of credit, been able to make so much money. Credit repair. Matter of fact, I'm starting now to, I even had good credit, didn't know how to leverage it either. But now I'm learning how to leverage it, and to where I'm actually being guest speakers in other courses, which is now when I give it to the realtor and home buying seminars and all these other people is, hey, when part of the class for me to teach is me ever speaking about anything that I do have to do with credit repair. I need everyone in the class. These are the minimum things that I need them to do. I need them to sign up this, for the, sign up as far as getting their credit scores. I need them to sign up if they really want to buy a house. They need to sign up for this program. So I'm actually putting preliminary requests out there. So it's just so powerful. I'm not going to take up the night. I'm supposed to be here on vacation, but I can't even express enough how it's so worth it, guys. It's so worth it. And then, like I said, I'm not even tapping into the other parts of that course as well. I have to go back, and I want to tap into all of it because there's so much residual within just that one course. June, you're amazing. I just want to say thank you to you and your family, and you giving up your time to educate us. And also I'm praying for you guys as well. So
thank you so much. Thank you. Making me blush. And here's the thing, guys, I'm not done with the course. I'm actually going to be adding more to the course. One of the things that I wanted to tell you guys and add in that course is how I got the Apple Card with no hard inquiry. So there's a strategy that I use to get the Apple Card. I got a $10,000 limit on the Apple Card with no hard inquiry. So I got to put that in there. What I want to do is I want to just jam pack this course with so much value that you can't say no, right? You just heard two people that said, I need to raise the price. The price is $100 right now, and they're saying that it's worth way more than that. But I'm going to continue to put more into that course because I just want to make sure when people walk away from the course that no one says, man, he ripped me off. I want everybody that takes that course to go, man, I got more than my value's worth. I got more than my money's worth taking this particular course. There's so much value in that course. It's unbelievable. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I see that we are again close to the hour. I'm going to let you guys go, but I do appreciate each one of you. Someone says, just wondering, is 722 good enough to sell my credit? Being afraid. Let me just say this: when you're selling your credit score is not what's important. What's important is the credit card. So you could have a 500 credit score, but if you got a credit card that you've never been late on, it's always had good on-time payment, it's a great credit card, you can still sell the authorized user on that credit card as long as the credit card itself has good history. So, that's why you need to get the course. Go through the course. Don't be afraid. Fear is going to keep you from doing something. And what's the worst that the vendor can say? The worst that the vendor can say is, no, we don't need your card. That's the worst that could happen. So go through the course and then take action and execute. Do I need to get my credit score up first before purchasing the course? Well, the course actually shows you how to get your credit score up. So I do have training inside of the course that actually talks about how to get your credit score higher. So you need to get the course. Just get the course. It is a great course. It's got so many different pieces to it and nuggets that are just really, really good. And you guys heard it here tonight. I knew Miss Roberts was going to be on to give her testimony, but I had no idea of Miss Latimer's testimony. And so again, guys, it's there for you. So goodcredit.junecollier.com. If you have not purchased it, go ahead and get it. It will change your life in so many different ways. Thank you, Ms. Latimer, for your testimony and just what you've been talking about. Again, I'm going to put more in the course. So those of you that already have the course, there will be more that I will add to the course because I want it to be so good that you just can't resist it. And I will add an affiliate to the course as well. And Ms. Rashida says, don't forget to chat with Larry. Yeah, Larry Beecham, that was hot too. That was great. So listen, we got to go. We got to go. So thank you so much for the call, for hopping on the call tonight. I hope everything was valuable to those of you that were here. And again, if you have not checked out the course, check it out. And next Sunday, you can still go to sundaynightcall.com, but we're not going to be on Zoom. We're going to be on Facebook, and we'll figure out how to get you to chat and talk with us like we do here. Until next Sunday night, good night, God bless, and have a better than amazing day.